Howdy you freaks and geeks, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm just going to be showing you how to make the most satisfying 1v1 map. I have made a video like this in the past, but today I'm just going to be making that a bit more upgraded, more satisfying, more entertaining. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, to Thunder OC. It will be muchly appreciated. Let's get straight in this video, guys. Alright guys, so as you can see in this video, this is the 1v1 map we are going to be making. It is pretty satisfying, I will admit. I do go better, I run better FPS and everything in this. So stay tuned, I'll be showing you how to make exactly this. Alright guys, so if you are on any console, this is what the 1v1 map will pretty much look like. It literally looks basically beautiful, as you can see by the sunset and everything. I will show what it looks like on PC if you do run low graphics, so let me just get to that now. Alright guys, so this is what it'll look like on low graphics if you do play on low graphics on PC. It does still look clean, but it doesn't look as clean as it would on console and that. So just be warned by this. Alright, so let's get straight into this 1v1 map. Alright guys, so we're just going to start off with like the basics. You're going to need to go into a Kevin Floating Island as per usual. If you do one of my maps, I usually always go on a Kevin Floating Island. Just because I can have the water on the ground and it's literally nice and satisfying. So I'll meet you in the island. Alright guys, so all you need to gonna do is literally just delete every single island that you see on this island. Alright, then after you've done that, pretty much you just go into your map and press X or whatever you do to press your like marker on the map, just so it's in the middle. Once you go in the middle, you're just gonna drop down real quick. You are want to grab out your builds because this is probably going to be like the easiest but the harder bit just for the lights. And then whichever way you want your 1v1 map, just pretty much do this. I like literally just copy everything I'm doing. I am going to actually put this in the middle because we're going to need this in the middle, not there. And then, actually, before we do that, this is probably, you want to do this first just so you don't break the lights. Just put that one first and then put another one on the other side. We'll get to it a bit later why we put those there. And then what you're going to do now is just go into your... Actually, we'll do all the lights and that first. Alright, so you're going to set the time of day to 8 PM. So 8 PM, going to turn the camera filter to default. Light brightness to 10%. Magnetar, or whatever you say. Fog thickness, that is 10%, and this is Magnetar as well. And then if I'm right, this should be the perfect color. If you're doing a pink one, exactly like how I am, a pinky purple color is exactly what you're going to need. And then next off, we're going to start off with the lights actually. So you're just going to go all the way down as usual. Alright, when you're at the lights, make sure to go up to this circle one, Ring Gallery A. You can type this up instead of actually going all the way down. Press triangle to open it. Something else if you're on keyboard and mouse. You're going to click this purpley pink one right here, just so you can get the nice looking one. And then what you're going to do now, I will speed this up just because this takes a bit. But before I speed this up, put this onto Grid Snap 32. And then place one down, size it up. And then you're going to have to shrink it the most tiniest bit, and you're going to have to place another one next to it. Only because you don't want that overhang, which is pretty much what I always did until I actually found out that I just need to place two. So, I'll catch you in the fast play. Alright guys, so I stopped the fast play just as you can see. There's a bit of a like kink to it. We're just going to turn the grid snap off just so we can fine tune it. This is pretty easy to do. And then once you fine tuned it, like if this happens to you, make sure to fine tune it. And then just turn the grid snap back on and then, yeah. Alright guys, so now that, as you can see, I have done this properly, and as you can see, there is the most tiniest bit of overhang, but that will be fine just because you're going to have this side bit on the wall. Once you've done that, I forgot to say that you do have to extend these out, so the width of it. Just let me do this real quick. Just make sure to put it down one, and then just pretty much do that, as you can see that I just did. Alright, as you can see, I am done now one of the sides. To make this a bit easier for you and me, you're just going to have to copy one of these platforms, and you're just going to have to copy both lights, and then pretty much just turn it around like this. And then, bam. She's a dunzo on both sides. Now we're just going to do this end bit, which this is the reason why I said to do it. So you're going to have to come over here. Take one of these. Just size it down again, just so, what's it called? You don't have to go through all the trouble of just resizing and everything. As you can see, we do have this tiny gap, and that's when we're just going to place another one, just because that's what you pretty much do, or else you're going to have the most littlest bit of overhang, and if you're picky like me, you're not going to want to have the overhang. Then once you do that, you're going to grab both of these again, and you're just pretty much going to go like this, and then bam, that's pretty much what you're going to do. And then I always get glossy floors, just because I like to pretty much see like the reflection of that. Just going to place these down real quick, and bam, as you can see, we've got our platform, and then we're just going to move on straight to the ramps, and then we're going to do all the barriers around it, so when you fall into the water, you will always spawn pretty much back on the ramp. So let's get straight into it. Actually, I will do the barriers first, just because this is a bit annoying. This is why I said to place these first, just so you don't break these when you're placing them. So you're going to want to grab a mortar zone and a trick tile. Just grab two of these real quick, because you're going to need two of them. Alright, so first off, you're going to place the mortar zones on both of these sides, as you can see I'm doing. And you're going to want to have to put these to 100 for the width and 100, 100 for the height. Yes. And then you're going to do allow weapon fire just for all of them. And you're going to be like, why aren't you placing it on these? We are going to be placing on these, but we're going to do it like this just because we need to place it like this. So you can go ahead and actually leave that like floor right here, just because you're going to be placing spawn pads on it. So I'm going to do that on this side as well, and then I'm going to put mortar down, and then go low weapon fire, width 100, height 100. Just do it on this side. And then, if I'm right, that should be all done. Yep, as you can see, every side's on it. You're probably wondering why I'm not doing it under here. Because if I do it under here, when you just spawn up here, you're pretty much just going to keep on going down, down, down. And you're just going to keep on landing on the ramps. It's really annoying. So that's pretty much what I do it. So there's that done. And then what you're going to do now is actually, I forgot to say, put these to, go to all options. And then you're going to have to put on player entering, turn it to channel 1. Just so when you enter the mortar zones, you go back into the rift. So that's pretty interesting if you did not know that already. Alright, now that's all done. We're going to go over to the rift now. So let's get this started. Alright. So we're going to have it on top of the ramps. You can have this wherever you want. But I like to have this on top of the ramps just because when they fall off, they just spawn on the ramps and they don't have to like walk on the ramps and all that again. So just turn group A to none, group A to none. Teleporter rift, no, no, no. And then you're going to do teleport when receiving from, when entered, transmit on to channel 1. Teleport to 1, receiving from 1. I believe those are the settings. I will test them out just to double check them. But let's get straight onto the ramps. Okay. Actually, we're going to put the spawn pads down first, just so we don't forget. So just place these down. And you're going to turn these to visible during game, no. Just so, you don't have to, but pretty much just turn them to no. Alright, actually I forgot one more thing. You need to do the trick tiles, so I will do these now real quick for you. So when you put one down, just put it to save class to none, activation delayed to none, activated game start, yes, and trigger on play contact, no. And you're just going to do that to pretty much all the wood things that we placed. So all the floors like these, you're just going to do it to. I'll put it in a time lapse real quick, and you're going to want to do it to these things as well, the player spawns. So I'm just going to put it in a time lapse real quick. Alright, so now that's all done, we can move on to the ramps. This is probably going to be the most difficult part of the whole map, of course. But little challenge doesn't stop me from doing anything. Okay, so what you're going to do now is just go off from this. You might be thinking, why are you going to go off from this? Just trust me on this, you're going to want to do this. So you're just going to build 2 ramps like this. You can build 1. Actually, I'm just going to do 1 just because it's more easier. You're going to have to grab the object device gallery, and you're just going to place this down, delete all these besides the square one, because you're going to need the square one, of course. I will do the settings for it right now, just because I don't want to forget it. So just do all this. Alright, so now you've done that, you're just going to want to center this up. So pretty much just center on the ramp like that. You can do this however you like, but I like to do it as I make the width real small, and then I did do it the wrong way, so you make sure to do it with the width facing like backwards, like how I just did it. Going to stand it up, just going to get all the pretty much dimensions and all that. Okay, so now if I'm right, that should be exactly the same size as the ramp. You're going to want to put the height a bit up as well. Alright, so if I'm right, if I tip this over right now, this should be around the same size as the ramp. Oh yeah, make sure to turn off your grid snap for this, just so you can fine tune it. Alright, so as you can see, I just put it up a tiny bit more. But as you can see, this is pretty much the exact same height as the ramp. I am, going to be placing it exactly like this. Make sure to have it like, as you saw, like I had the ramp in between it. And make sure this is exactly how I have it, just so it's pretty much easy to do. And then what you're going to do is pretty much just copy this, and then if I'm right, if I got it right, just place it like this. I will get rid of this whatsoever, just because I want to have black flooring on both. Alright, turn this around real quick. Then bam, if I'm right, that should be working now. So, yep. Now you're going to want to grab trick tiles once again, just so you can turn off the ramps, so they go invisible. Bam, bam. Save class 0. Okay, so they're both done. Alright, so now that's basically everything about the map. We are going to put the... what's it called? The sound waves. You can call them whatever you want, but I call them sound waves. So you want to go into Visualizer Gallery. So if you just want to type that up, you can do so. You can pretty much do whatever color you want, but I recommend this purpley pink color. It is like a pinky purpley color on the thing. And pretty much just line it up like I am now. And then you're going to want to pretty much turn it like this. And then, if I'm right, just got to put the width like that. And then bam. That's pretty much everything to it. So, if I'm right, we just made ourselves a 1v1 map. The most satisfying 1v1 map basically I've ever done. As you can see, bam. I did forget to turn off this player module thing, or player spawn, and this ramp. As you can see, it's a common mistake that everyone will make. But as you can see, if I'm right, yep, this is literally perfect. So, as you saw on my map, I did have stars. I'm not going to go over that just because you can like figure out like how to do it. If you do want to know how to do it, I will add it into like a future video or something. But other than that, guys, thank you for staying tuned, being humble. I am back on Fortnite, as you can tell. If you are following me on Instagram or Twitter, I did say I was quitting. But I am back. I'm good. I was just taking a little break, and I'm back better than ever. Let's get it, baby. Peace out. Love you guys.